Journal contemplation. Blessed are those who mourn, the hidden door to the Comforter. Today I sit with this verse. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And I begin to wonder, where did this come from? Why would Jesus say this? Why does he begin his kingdom not with victory, but with poverty and mourning? And then I see it. He wasn't inventing something new. He was unveiling what had always been hidden, the Father's heart. Jesus had walked through the scriptures. He had felt the pain of the Psalms, the trembling of Isaiah, the tears of Job, the ashes of Lamentations, and the holy ache of Ecclesiastes. And each time he didn't just see verses, he saw the Father's face behind the veil. He saw in Psalm 34:18, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. In Psalm 147, verse 3, he heals the broken in heart and binds up their wounds. In Job 5:11, he sets up on high those who are low, those who mourn are lifted to safety. In Ecclesiastes 7, verse 2-4, the heart of the wise lives in the house of mourning. In Lamentations 3:32-33, he causes grief, but he does not afflict from his heart. In Psalm 6, the Lord has heard the voice of my weeping. A broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. In Isaiah 66, to this one I will look, the one who is poor and contrite and trembles at my word. All of these verses, all of these whispers from the Old Testament, they were not scattered pieces. They were echoes of one coming reality, that God is a God who comes close when we fall apart. And so Jesus, standing on the mount, looked into the hearts of his listeners and said what no system, no religion, no performance-based law had ever said so clearly. Blessed are those who mourn, not because mourning feels good, but because mourning is the moment your soul opens, and in that sacred opening, I step in. And I see now, it's not random. The first beatitude said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And now this one, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. It flows, it breathes, it unveils a spiritual pattern. First, I become poor. I see I have nothing. No righteousness of my own, no strength left, no control, no illusions. I become empty. And in that emptiness, I mourn. Not just for the loss of strength, but for the loss of illusion, for the realization that I am not enough, for the deep awareness that I need God more than breath. And this mourning, this holy undoing, is not cursed. It is blessed. Why? Because Jesus doesn't leave the mourner alone. He steps in quietly, gently, faithfully, not just to observe, but to comfort. And he doesn't just bring comfort, he is the comforter. That's the mystery revealed. For they shall be comforted, because the Comforter has come, not only beside us, but within us. I realize now this beatitude is not just a statement, it is a divine process. 1, I become poor in spirit. 2, that poverty breaks me open. 3, and in the brokenness, I mourn. 4, and in the mourning, I receive. 5, and what I receive is not a principle. 6, I receive a person. Jesus, who is the Comforter. Jesus, who is the kingdom. Jesus, who is the blessing himself. So now I understand, when I mourn, I do not mourn as one abandoned. I mourn as one who has emptied his heart of all pretense and now is being filled with the fullness of Christ. The Comforter off, he is not delayed. He is not hidden in heaven waiting for me to improve. The Comforter lives in me. And now I see the connection even deeper. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. The kingdom is Jesus, and the comfort is Jesus, and the blessing is Jesus dwelling in me. So today, I no longer resist the mourning. I let it come. I let it break me open. I let it strip me down, because I know now, in the place where I mourn, he lives. In the ache, he fills. In the trembling silence, he speaks, and that is why I am blessed, because I mourn and I am comforted. And the one who comforts me now lives inside me.